2151. We left in 2148.
Whoa.
3 years ago. These bastards had us here for 3 years.
It's kind of a big gap. And the first time I see a date, apparently. Which is weird, since, as I said earlier, you'd think they'd use dates in their journal entries, but apparently they don't. Let's take a look at this PDA. Albert Olsen, engineer. Kane certainly spared no expense. Kane certainly spared no expense on the engineering decks. More often than not, the air conditioner breaks faster than maintenance can come back to fix it. The walk to the restrooms can exceed 10 minutes on a good day. It's of no consequence. With the lush retirement package Kane has prepared for me, I'd happily work in a cardboard box lined with thumbtacks for the rest of my career. Really? This evening I was surveying the equipment on the decks when I noticed something rather unusual. A very fine layer of some sort of fungal substance is beginning to settle on the machinery. It's even found its way into the dials and monitors. They look filthy on the inside. Given the conditions around here though, the growth of mold on any surface should come as no surprise. But it seems to be interfering directly with the performance of the groom lake, so it's some urgency that it's taken care of. I've reported it to maintenance, hopefully they'll be quick in cleaning it up. Kane Corporation must be pleased with my performance so far. I woke up to a promotion. I'm in charge of the construction of new cloning vats. Okay, remember this. Why are they cloning something? Effective immediately. I have little time to elaborate. This job is important and urgent, I believe. I'll just press next, since apparently the titles of his journal entries are just the first few words. I never anticipated that a project would be on such a huge scale. Clones will be created in mass quantities, utilizing several megavats fitted with special equipment and enrichment liquid to accelerate the growth process. I must enhance the rate at which we'll be creating clone batches. They've invented a method of manufacturing human beings faster than humans can biologically. Which isn't good, is it? I wouldn't be so glad about this, I think. Project Seed insists that the cloning vats are put to use immediately, despite the fact that they are far from complete. The vats can certainly sustain the cloning process, but some safety precautions are lacking, like the holding chambers for research clones have no power routed to them, so the electronic locks are useless. The walkways above the vats are still only temporary. O'Sullivan fell over the guardrail and into a vat yesterday. Had it not been filled with sanitizing solution, we would have lost him. Why? What's in there usually? I mean, just imagine you're cloning a body. You wouldn't have any acid in there that would or could be able to destroy any tissue, would you? So, I don't know. The clones appear to operate entirely on instinct. One of the complete human clones in that feeder bit had bit a good chunk out of Miss Keen's ear during feeding time. Blech. 3 of the completed research clones tore through their holding chamber's analog locks last night over in the labs. They found Peters bent over backwards with his head between his knees. He's not going to be walking again anytime soon. Maintenance will be fixing the electronic locks this evening. O'Sullivan has asked to be assigned to a different project. O'Sullivan's request was denied. Keen, however, has been transferred to Project Seed. Who is Keen? Oh, okay. It's just the voice in the background again. I've been stealthily increasing the portions of food to Elan's batch in Bat 449. Although they are just hearts and lungs, I can't help but feel an attachment. What? Additionally, we've noticed a mass of organic matter that has sprouted a tail and swims around aimlessly. O'Sullivan wants to name it after his mother-in-law, who in their right mind names a defective clone. So they're not only cloning whole humans, but certain organs, I guess. And in this one vat, there's not only hearts and lungs, a pair apparently, but also something that's a monster or something, I don't know. Samantha, the impossible human fish monstrosity, crushed Elon with a thrashing as she was being removed from her vat. How big did they let her get? You'd think in a scientific environment they'd remove something like this immediately, and it's just the engineers joking around, you know, when they see it, but the real scientists would be like, we can't have that in here. Whoa. Most of the other clones in the batch have similar deformities. None of them actually grew into heart and lung tissue as they were meant to do. In fact, the results thus far are truly horrifying. Everyone has been acting strangely lately. O'Sullivan didn't show up this week, leaving me to tend to the Vats by myself. I don't understand why that's being permitted, but management would have most certainly dragged him down here by the cheeks if there was no legitimate justification. Speaking of cheeks, one of the complete human clones took a chunk out of mine when I was escorting it to the research labs. Yeah, just a side note, I got attacked by a clone, but it's not that bad. He just ripped apart my face. How can you be so nonchalant about this? The groom lake has been completely locked down. I guess this is where it all goes wrong. A massive tremor shook and collapsed the walkways over the cloning vats. I'm trapped. I can't access the bulkhead. If this lockdown is anything like I heard the last one was, it should be over soon enough. Hopefully sooner rather than later. 2 packs of cigarettes will only last for so long. Oh god, this guy. This poor guy, really. I can hear screams of terror through the ceiling. They echo. Each reverberation is a reminder that I'm damn fortunate to be down here, not up there. Although my supplies are running out. I sincerely hope that I don't have to swim for it. If the clones don't get me, cutting a rest from the aerobic exercise will. I'm going to attempt to swim across that Theta. I'll reach... Is it Theta or Theta? Or something, I don't know. It's a Greek letter. I guess you know. I'll just call it Theta. I'll reach the other side and try to get myself to the next level of the ship. Clones have been violently floundering in the growth liquid. So there's a whole room filled with this cloning growth liquid and just the clones drifting in it because they can survive in there since they have been groomed to do so. And they're just having the time of their life, and he's next door thinking, can I do it? I wouldn't even try, I think. Given what they did to Peters, I might not see the other side of this vat. The reminder of this entry is to be delivered to my wife. Let's read this. Rosalind. Hello, Rosalind. Oh, whoops. For Rosalind. I can only hope that I have the opportunity to deliver this to you myself. If not, I must attempt to express with words what I have longed to convey physically. Should I die before I can get off this vessel, every moment of my life, every cumulative experience that has influenced my being will scream your name, begging the reality of inevitable death to spare me, if only to touch you once more. I apologize for, and regret, every second I have spent away from you. Until that moment we first met, my heart was a void, lacking the fierce fires of passion that you have bestowed within. No matter the outcome of my escape, I will be long dead before they are extinguished. For an eternity after I have perished, you will live on. Your name will ring out through the galaxy, a testament to all of existence that there can never exist a love greater than what I have for you. Your love is my life. As such, I am immortal. Ah, that's kinda cute, isn't it? So where is he? There's his PDA here, but he's not here. Can I open the toolbox?
Oh, shit. Where the hell am I gonna find a key in this mess?
You know what? You don't need a fucking key. Just drill it open, boy. And you have a crowbar. You have several tools to open a fucking box and you're complaining about keys? Whoa! Maybe you should just smash it like you did earlier with the breaker boxes. The faded image of a woman smiles back at you from the water-damaged wall calendar. An unremarkable poster has been tacked to the wall. Censored. As it says, I think. Oh, I love how the light glares up when you hover over it. The glare of a portable standing light throws the room into stark contrast. Empty metal boxes. Okay. Man, a small room, but I've spent a long time in here. And it's kind of weird that there are loading screens now. But they look okay, so I can live with it. Gives me some time to think. Even though the sounds are
Tia, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm in some sort of... Oh, I'm not sure what to call it.
He tried to swim through this and he got killed.
Something's moving in there.
Yeah, it's a half-formed clone.
Alive.
So these are the Vats. I would have thought... Oh my god. I would have thought they would be like human-sized, like the one I was in. So one pair of organs or one human could be inside of one, but these are huge. I mean, now I can get why it's such such a problem getting this fucking fishy thing out of there and stuff. A generator rig hums softly.
It still has fuel in it. Some luck at last.
But what is it doing? Oh, a light. A heavy-duty floodlight has been positioned on this platform, possibly to assist in construction work. So it doesn't work long. The electricity pole serves the vital function of keeping high voltage electrical cables away from the liquid vats. I guess I have to electrocute them. Yeah.
I thought that was too easy.
Yeah, but this is what we'll have to do. Do we need the nylon emergency tape, maybe?
I don't think that'll work.
Alright, John. Just a thought. There's another construction light down here. Bodies grown for research, sale, or other unimaginable purposes. What? Prostitutes, or what do you think? The marks on the engineer's corpse leave little doubt that parts of the body have been eaten, though it's not clear whether consumption occurred before or after death. Does it matter? I think you die shortly after, right? Bloody handprints. A long smear from a pair of bloody handprints streak downwards into the vats as if someone were dragging into the bubbling morass. Okay. Let's solve this puzzle. Did you do anything there, John? Is it easier to budge now or something, no? Can I drill it open? Wow. So I couldn't do it, the crowbar couldn't do it, but the fucking drill, which couldn't open the breaker boxes, apparently knocks over this pole. And now I can do it with the crowbar, right? Because now it's... It's kind of cute, the animation for this. I mean, it's really weird. Man, I love this game. I really thoroughly enjoy this. I hope the story is good. So far it's okay, it's your typical science fiction dystopian story, right? But I love the world building, I love the logs and the people telling me how they died or suffered. They are still alive! Why did this work? Oh no, exposed wires. What do I do with the exposed wires, John? How can I connect them again? The crosswork that once spanned this vat has collapsed and is now covered by a rippling lagoon of flesh. What do I do with the wires, John? Come on. Don't tell me just click on them, I've did so already, he didn't do anything. You can hear me click. This floodlight sits in silence, can I
don't think this will fit. No. Crazy.
You're crazy, John. Okay, maybe I'm missing something. Do I need to use this floodlight, or maybe this is something here I've missed? Can I get in here again, maybe? No? Leaking metal walls. Oily mixture. Man, that's weird. I thought I had this puzzle figured out. Because if I... Do I have to break this construction light?
Probably not a good idea.
I need to reroute this cable into here, right? But how do I do this?
I think that'll just break it.
Yeah, are you sure? How could the emergency tape break the light? Darkness. Wait, what? The depths of the chamber are unlit. It's difficult to estimate how far down the tanks go. Maybe I have to fish him over.
I don't think this will fit.
You know what? Let's save real quick and then try out stuff. I don't know if you can die in this game. Oh. Alright, so apparently you can get eaten. Stasis. Oh god. That's why you're safe. Okay, I don't think I've lost any progress here. Maybe I can watch this cutscene again where you stumble. John? Okay. What does this do? Oh. Wow. Whoa, yeah. What the fuck? I mean, holy hell. This is a big ass room. But still doesn't help me in this puzzle. So let's see. I turn it on. And then nothing really happens. Do I have to break open the generator?
I can try to make it fit, but it may break.
Yeah, do I have to... I don't get it. I really don't. Am I dumb? I mean, more dumb than usual. Am I dense? Am I really missing something? Did I try breaking this? Oh, the toolbox. I still have to open the fucking toolbox.
No, that won't work.
Okay, so still not open.
Crazy.
Wait, what? Why would you call this crazy? Didn't you try
that would
earlier?
just
No.
break it.
Okay. How do I open this toolbox? How do I deal with the wires poking out? Oh. Was there any hint in the PDA I've missed? I don't think there was. I don't think there's anything in this debris. The tram's crash has left a menagerie of debris in its wake. Concrete strips of metal power lines and a further mangled mess. But nothing I can pick up, apparently. I also can't get into the tram. So this is the only room. But something could be. Really. Something I haven't found yet. But I don't see anything. So let's just pretend this room is empty. Then we have this room. What do we have in here? We have the posters in the calendar, useless. The light, which might come to use later on. The toolbox, which I can't open yet. And I have a nylon emergency tape, I don't know why. I have a crowbar, I have an empty hypodermic syringe still, and I have a high-speed neural drill. Is this acid? Can I use the syringe to get some acid? No, no. As soon as I get close, I die. You know, I thought about getting some acid and then opening the toolbox with it. But if this was acid, electrocuting it wouldn't help me, right? So, guess it isn't. Guess it's just cloning liquid, whatever this means. Oh god, I hate pixel hunting. Cloning vat organic sludge. Some portions of the biological broth are thick and viscous, clotted with parts, and other sections swirl more smoothly in elaborate mandalas. What a description.
This isn't gonna work.
Can I destroy this crosswalk even more? No.
No, that won't work.
Can you please touch the fucking wires, John? Okay, so it doesn't change anything in the other rooms when I turn this on, does it? Oh god. You know what? I think I might take a break here. I need to think about this. I'm definitely missing something, and I don't want to spend even more time here to record. So I'll think about this. Maybe come back later and try out some more stuff, even though I don't know what I can try out anymore. There has to be something I haven't seen yet.